September morning in New York City. Before we begin, we raise our voices in gratitude to every one of you who has been watching, subscribing, and standing with us. Together, we shine a light on Africa's strength and hope. It was a September morning in New York City. The United Nations headquarters stood tall, flags of more than 190 nations waving in the cool breeze. Inside, the Great Assembly Hall was packed. Presidents, kings, diplomats, and journalists had gathered for another year of speeches. But today, something was different. This was not going to be another session of empty promises and carefully chosen words. Today, the world would hear a voice that refused to be silent. For the first time, the young captain from Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, was about to speak before the world. As the moderator announced his name, the camera panned across the hall. Some leaders leaned back with folded arms. Others adjusted their headphones, ready to listen through translations. Traoré walked calmly to the podium, dressed not in expensive suits but in his simple military uniform. His presence alone drew whispers. He was not the usual type of leader that stood here. Moderator, Excellency, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso. No long titles, no rehearsed applause, just his name. But as he placed both hands on the podium and looked into the hall, silence fell. Traoré began in a calm, steady tone. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, and citizens of the world, I did not come here to beg. I did not come here to flatter anyone. I came here to tell you the truth. The room shifted uncomfortably. Some scribbled notes, others leaned forward. A few smiled politely, but the tension was unmistakable. Traoré's voice grew stronger. For more than 60 years, Africa has come to this hall. We have listened to lectures on democracy, lectures on human rights, lectures on development, and yet what do we see? We export gold, but our people live in poverty. We export uranium, but our villages remain in darkness. We export cocoa, but our children cannot afford chocolate. This system was not designed to help us. It was designed to keep us dependent. Gasps and murmurs spread across the hall. Western diplomats glanced at each other. Some shook their heads, but in the African section, delegates nodded silently. We are told to be patient. We are told that progress takes time. But how long? Another 60 years? Another century? The time of waiting is over. You speak of democracy, yet you support coups when it suits your interests. You speak of human rights, yet your companies exploit our workers. You speak of peace, yet your weapons fuel wars on our soil. Enough. Africa is not a playground for your hypocrisy. The hall grew tense. Some delegations clapped softly, but many sat frozen. Cameras cut to the French delegation. Their faces were pale. The U.S. ambassador shifted uncomfortably. The British representative forced a smile. But the African delegations, they looked proud. Some were even in tears. Music builds, hopeful, triumphant African rhythms. Traoré's voice thundered now. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, we are no longer colonies. We are not slaves. We are free people. We will build our own future, with or without your approval. We will take control of our resources. We will educate our children. We will protect our land. And if that means standing alone, so be it. We would rather stand free than live on our knees. Silence, then applause. At first soft, then louder. African delegations rose to their feet. Latin American representatives joined. The hall shook with clapping. But some seats remained cold, their occupants frozen in disbelief. That night, headlines exploded. CNN, young African leader defies the West at UN. BBC, Burkina Faso, president delivers explosive speech. Al Jazeera, Ibrahim Traoré, the new voice of Africa? African media, our Sankara, has returned. Social media lit up. Millions shared clips with the words, "This is the leader we've been waiting for." In Ouagadougou, thousands flooded the streets, waving flags, chanting his name. Across Africa, young people in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa posted videos. "We are with you, Traoré." But behind closed doors, not everyone was celebrating. Western leaders held late-night meetings, sanctions were whispered, plans were drawn. Because one thing was now clear, this young captain had broken the silence. Emotional, cinematic, hopeful rise. Narrator, inspirational tone. This was more than a speech. It was a declaration of independence. Not for one, this is World Story 249. If you believe Africa must rise with its own strength, share this message. Subscribe for more stories of true leadership,